Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another 7 Deadly Sins video. And today I want to go over Affinity a little bit because I feel like I kind of neglected Affinity a lot throughout the beginning of my sort of like playthrough, and I just didn't really know better. So I kind of want to go over it a little bit. Each character has Affinity, and I'm sure you've seen some of the stuff. We're just gonna pick my Demon Meliodas because I've actually been farming some stuff to help him with his Affinity. You can see over here on the left side, this is where their Affinity is, right above their skills. They have 5 different hearts. I keep clicking on that. They have 5 different hearts that you can fill up, and you get various rewards when you fill up each individual heart. So if we go into it, you can see that at level 1 you actually get, if you click on him, nope, that's change hero. At level 1 you get the artwork, I think it is, so you can actually like look at the artwork of the character and everything, which is kind of neat. Nothing too crazy about that. If we back out of that, I think the next one was voice acting, maybe. Yeah, it's voice acting, and then you actually get a free diamond. Every character has this free diamond at level 3, and then the 4th one is hero movement. So if you guys want, I'll look at those. So voice lines. So, you know, you just get to hear some of their, like, the actual voice acting and stuff like that for the character. Hero motion is just, like, simple little, like, poses and stances and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting. Nothing too crazy, but, I mean, I guess if you want it, then there you go. But really what you're looking for is this last one. It's always going to be some sort of cosmetic item. For Demon Meliodas, it's actually a sword, which is an SSR sword, which isn't anything super crazy, but cosmetics in this game actually do matter a pretty good bit. I'll probably make a video on that that's separate from this one because I don't want this one to be like too in depth on all of the other stuff when I'm just trying to focus on Affinity. But yeah, cosmetics matter, so you want to try to get these cosmetics, and the main reason is because they boost stats. So there's obviously, you can see down here, these are the different ways that you're going to reach higher Affinity levels, and this is how you're going to actually boost up your little gauge here. You can see I'm at 10,700 out of 20,000. Your best option is this right here, but the only way you can get this pretty much is either, I don't even know where it's at in the coin shop actually. Let me see if it's even worth buying in the coin shop. It's not in gold. Is it in silver? It's not in silver either. I don't even see it in the coin shop. Maybe it goes on sale sometimes or something like that, and it's a sale item. But unless I'm just looking over it like an idiot, I don't think that it's actually in here. So your main way of getting it actually is going to be through the actual item shop, which is not preferred because if we go back to it and we go to location, if we go to the item shop to go look at it, the item shop is all items and stuff like that that cost diamonds to buy, which is not what you want. This is actually a terrible deal. 10 diamonds for a 5-star Demon's Blood? That is awful, actually. That's absolutely no good. I guess if they're really wanting to bleed you dry on your wallet, you could do this. But so yeah, Hero Affinity, it increases 1,000, which is why it's actually somewhat interesting. You'll get those every once in a while for different sorts of event rewards and stuff like that, which is they're nice to have because they give you the most Affinity. But other than that, you know, I wouldn't worry about grabbing them too much because unless you're just wanting to spend your diamonds on them, then it's definitely not worth it. And I don't recommend that because diamonds are, you know, you do so much better stuff with diamonds. The next one is actually Vanya Ale. I think everybody has Vanya Ale as an option, which is nice because Vanya Ale you actually get from your tavern. You go over here to this little keg right here, and you can actually hit this 3 times a day. If you have, there's a decoration that you can actually buy to upgrade the keg to where I think you can get 4 times a day, but cosmetics or like the tavern cosmetics are a whole different thing. So yeah, you can actually get that 3 times a day, and those actually give you 300 Affinity instead of the traditional 100 that the food items give, which is kind of interesting because you can see right here, Affinity 300. Obviously, your best bet is the 1000, but Vanya Ale is nice because you can get it like for free 3 times a day, so that's why, you know, I always try to go over there and grab it each day so that way I can just boost a little bit more. But these are your big things. This is pretty much what you're going to be using, like the majority of your like Affinity is going to be coming from these dishes right here. So each dish has, you can see this is Meliodas Affinity dish, and then this one's a Meliodas Affinity dish. Some characters actually have, I think Escanor is one, like if I go to his stuff, yeah, so some people share food, so Escanor and Merlin both use this food, but yeah, it's nothing too crazy, but that's pretty much what you're going to be focusing on. You can easily go to, so if I go to this specific dish, I can click on this and it's aged meat. I have 42 of them in my inventory, but if you don't, you can always go to location and then you can go to these areas and farm them out. The nice thing about this is you can actually get truffles in one of the same locations as you can get the meat, but most of the time you're going to have to farm 2 different locations to get all 3 of them because unfortunately herbs are not in one of the ones that the aged meat is in. Or maybe it's the other way around. All I know is you can't get all 3 of these in the same location. It could be different for other foods, but I'm pretty sure it's the same. But anyways, you farm these up, and then I've actually done a little bit of farming for these already because I'm wanting to go ahead and get Meliodas finished with. So if we go over to the tavern and we go to Bon, we can actually get him to go ahead and cook us some of this food. So we're going to do aged meat, herbs, truffles. This is the Meliodas food that we were just looking at. We're going to ramp it up all the way to 10 because, you know, hopefully if we can get more than just a regular success, it'll give us a lot more dishes. We just got a regular success. If you do 10, it times it by 3, so you get 30 dishes. We'll try it one more time. Hopefully we can get a better success rate, because if you get a super success or an ultra success, it'll actually give you a lot more. I think it'll give you 40 and then 50. So that's an ultra, so we actually got 50. I'm glad that happened so I could show you guys. But yeah, so that I don't know if that'll be quite enough to actually finish Meliodas off, because I think I'm going to need 100 of those dishes really to go ahead and finish him. But as you can see, I can go ahead and go in here and just start applying all of these foods. And it's kind of tedious, but this is on the last level of it. You can see, like, I was at 10,000. 10,000 is the halfway mark, and it gets you all the way up to level 4. So the cosmetic is normally the, you know, the most expensive and rarest part of the, you know, actual Affinity grid here. But, you know, I can apply that. He loves us. He's so happy we fed him. And, yeah, it gets us that much closer to our cosmetic, which is nice. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the basics and everything. I don't think there's anything else I really need to go over as far as the Affinity goes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and informational, and I guess that is it. So I will see you guys in the next video.